All right, boys and girls, if you take the second paper that's in your packet for today, it has a castle and the carriage, Cinderella's carriage, and it says setting on it right here. Let's go ahead. We've talked about characters earlier, and characters are the people or animals in a story. The setting is where and when the story takes place. The setting can change in a story, and I think we've talked about that this year. So we're going to ask ourselves, when does this story take place? Where does it take place? And what details does the author use to describe the setting? That a good author will give us lots of details so that we can know more and make a better picture in our mind about where the story is taking place. So I'll read it to you, and then we will go through and mark it with our markers, okay? Cinderella. Cinderella entered the large castle. She climbed down the stairs into the beautiful ballroom. The walls were gold, the lights were crystals. Cinderella spotted the clock, which read 9 o'clock. So I do have a picture in my mind because I was seeing things like the walls were gold and the lights were crystals, so that makes me paint a picture in my mind. So let's go ahead. We're going to use our red marker, crayon, colored pencil to underline where the story takes place, the yellow to do when the story takes place, and green for the details describing the setting. Let's start with where the story takes place. Boys and girls, the first sentence says to us, Cinderella entered the large castle. That's where it took place. That is the setting, part of the setting. The second thing we're looking for is when it took place. And down here it said the clock read 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock is past your bedtime. It's late at night. It's Mrs. Spakeen's bedtime. So 9 o'clock. So they're in a big castle at bedtime or after your bedtime. And we are going to find the details that describe the setting. So let's see. She climbed down the stairs. So she went, let's mark that. She went down the stairs into the beautiful ballroom. That's more of a detail. The main setting is the big castle. Now she went down into the ballroom. The walls were gold. That is a detail that helps us figure out what it looks like. And the lights were crystals. Cinderella spotted the clock, which read 9 o'clock. So I would say that the beautiful ballroom could be a detail. It could be where the story is taking place. It's in the large castle. We can underline beautiful ballroom there too, because if you did that, I would count that as correct too. So great job!